up, everybody? It's your girl, Miss P. and
JB's in the house.
And we back.
Yes, we are.
Make sure you go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow your girl on social media at Miss TP90. The title, you guys have been asking for a Q and an A.
Yeah.
Which is a question and an answer. Okay?
We're going to do our best.
Yeah. Stratus Field X says, oh my God, your list was similar to me. I didn't want anyone who had kids or was married either, or who has been married, not was married, like in the present. You should not want that. But I'm so happy you're happy. Just goes to show you, you should give it a try. Congrats. Yes, give it a try. If you are mature enough to do that. Don't just jump in because you're like, oh, he got kids, I love kids. Those aren't your kids. You gotta naturally let things happen and progress. What you saying, somebody who's been married before, you have to be mature enough to handle that too. That person has a past and has been married and literally said dun 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 with somebody or bodies. You have to be okay with that. And shoot, if you're the person, you have to give enough grace to somebody to go on with you. I think that's very important. Now, don't just jump in because Miss P did. Because my story is different from yours, honey. I don't know. That's up to you. And same with JB. He had to go on, honey, take a chance. With somebody who hadn't done nothing. Not married and had no children. He had to literally be like, do I want to do this?
My personal experience was that whether a person has been married or not, I think that is a fact of a fact of, like you said, their past. But you still have to know, you still have to get to know the person for who they are, what they stand for. And 9 times out of 10, if someone's been married before, and I'm not just saying this because I've been married before. I'm saying that it was a relationship that didn't work. But it was a relationship that they believed in enough to take it to that level. So if everyone had to lay out all their past relationships that didn't work, you got some people that dated people for years, longer than some people been married.
Yeah.
And had more stuff together and in common, and they just never got married.
That's true.
And you have to understand and try to figure out, well, why why y'all didn't get married? Rather than why did you get married and not work? What about all these relationships you had that didn't work? Why can't you? How come nobody's ever asked you to be married? I'm like, you and getting to know the person that you're dealing with, it ain't about whether they were married before, if they had kids. Is okay, you don't have. I tell my female friends that say, oh, I want to meet somebody who's never been married before and don't have no kids. I'm like, if he never been married before and he's 40. And never had no kids and he's 40, that might be by design. And I don't know what you gonna show him.
Gonna do?
Yeah, what you gonna show him to make him go
half on the baby with you.
Yeah. So it's kind of like you can't be judging people by their experiences and whether they became real or not.
You think you're gonna show up and it's just gonna be a fairy tale Disney Plus. No.
A lot of cats out here ain't got kids.
And don't want
never been married before.
Don't want to.
And that's by design, sweetheart.
And they ain't gonna marry you.
They don't want to be that.
It has nothing to do with you either.
They like living by themselves. Oh, he got his own house. He got a car. He got 2 cars.
He always on the road.
And
he always goes.
He might be one of those people that likes having his stuff and he's not looking for somebody to split it with.
Exactly.
Now, unless that man comes out and says, look, I'm tired of being alone. I've amassed these things. I've got my career solid. Now I'm trying to find someone that I can be married to. Unless he's had that. And 9 times out of 10, they'll have that speech if that's what they want. But if that ain't what they want, and they're not talking about marriage. Like my grandmother used to always say, a man gets married when he wants to. A woman gets married when she can. Or when she's asked. That's what she said. A woman gets married when she's asked. And so it's kind of like, you looking at guys that have been married, they want to be married. If they're divorced, then they realize the relationship didn't work. But he still might be someone that believes in the institution of marriage. You meet someone who's never been married before. He might not, but you don't know what his upbringing was, don't know what he's seen in a relationship. He might be like, nah, I'm not doing that. I've heard friends of mine say, I'm not having kids. I don't want kids. And I'm like, okay, all right then. Yeah. You ain't gotta have no kids. Ain't nobody begging you to have no kids. But there's some people who are here, come from large families, seemingly have everything together.
That's what
don't want nothing to do with the institution of marriage, don't want nothing to do with no kids. So you might want to know if the dude is taking care of his kids or if he has a relationship with his kids. And don't necessarily listen to the person that they had those kids with because they mad.
Child, they been mad.
They mad. They've been mad for a long time because they ain't together or whatever reason. They say, oh, he don't do this, he don't do that. You can't really listen to her. You got to watch him with his children, watch him with his family, and determine what kind of man that is. Because there's a lot of reasons why people break up. And it ain't just because they are bad people.
Right.
Good people break up all the time. There's a lot of single parents out there that are good people and that will make a good wife or a good husband if they find the right kind of love and support existing in their relationship.
Yeah.
Some people out here just to get what they can get from you, and then to improve their lot, and they're using you, and you don't even know it until it happens, But there are some people that are really have made enough mistakes or are wise enough to have and build a good relationship. So me and Tara talked about relationships well before we even had one. So,
communicate.
Yeah.
I wanted to know, okay, from the top, go. And not being judgmental. I had to get my feelings out of a lot of things. Did I just poke myself in the eyeball? I did.
Yeah, it was just like...
This shit.
Yeah, she
Was
did.
that shit? Take me back. Why? Because this was pre-me.
And we still have conversations about our past because there are things to find out.
Right.
There are things to live that I've lived through that she's experienced that sometimes talking about it ain't enough. Sometimes you got to give it time because a person's memory, people block stuff out of their head all the time.
And it could be various things that Jeff and I talk about because we're always talking about things and having moments, and it'll shape. You remember last night? It just out of nowhere, it just goes back to our Friday night and wraps it around and comes full circle. It lets us go, oh wow, I didn't know your perspective was like that.
Nah.
Damn, that's really helpful for me. And then great, where we never went that deep with that story. I'd heard it, but I didn't know how it was shaping everything. So sometimes you can go back in time, but you have to allow people to be vulnerable enough with you and to feel safe. When Jeff and I first started dating and now, our safety net is totally different.
Right.
Because at first, you can omit some things. You can be like, oh, she's not ready for that, or he don't need to know this shit when we get there. Well, when you're married, like, ain't no time for none of that. It's like, what is it? What's going on? Right. Where, while you're dating, you got to be able to be like, ooh, is this going to be my person or not? Because I don't need to divulge all this if you're not my person. Right. Thank you so much. Ina Eaton says, I love you guys' love. Hi, JB and Miss P. Hey, you have that extra glow, boo. Thanks. Congrats, and I look forward to see more of your beautiful journey called life. Yoga is really good for childbirth. Drink liters of water and get lots of sunlight. My bad for the unsolicited advice, force of habit.
We take all advice.
I'm taking all the advice, honey. This is my first go-around, so I'm sifting out bullshit and listening to good stuff. As far as me getting the lots of sunlight, honey, I can't bake. I'll be like a honey baked ham. But I do enjoy the sunshine. I do drink a lot of water. I could drink even more. Yoga. JB and I are getting ready to start working out. As far as me doing yoga, ain't done nothing. Okay? But I don't want to be killer well when I'm delivering. So I said we have to get back into doing some type of activity. And thankfully, JB is like, let's do it. Let's get to it. But thank you for the advice. Really appreciate it. Lots of congratulations. Thank y'all so much for all the love. We saw every single comment. There were like over 800 comments on this video. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Y'all are amazing. And there's still some people that are like, I didn't even know you got married.
Yeah, they popping up.
Oh my God. If you have any questions, comment down below. I would love to know what type of questions that you guys have. I know Jeff and I, we can take one question question and turn it into a
Oh, yeah.
We have the tendency to do that. But I did want to answer a question that a lot of you ask me all the time. And one of those questions is, Miss P, what is on your lips? Like, what's the lip color that you use? My staple right now, just for right now, is from the Lip Bar. This is from their matte collection, and this is called Playmate. You know, I always wanted to be a little bunny. I did. I always wanted to be a bunny.
Okay.
I did.
You wanted to be a Playboy bunny?
I did.
Okay. I always wanted to be Hugh Hefner.
Well, here we go.
Here we go.
I'll be your little bunny. Boing, boing.
It's called Playmate. Is it
Playmate.
matte? What is it?
It's matte.
It's matte, so it don't come off, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
See, I can kiss you and it won't get on your
Let's
lips.
see. Oh, you said lips. Oh, it did.
Because every time I put my lipstick on, Jeff be like, oh.
And sometimes she got some lipstick. It's like, I don't know. It's like latex paint.
Like this. These Maybellines are latex.
I'm like, are these oil-based paints you using? On
Oil colors? What are we
She
doing?
kiss me and I come up looking like the Joker. I'm like,
Just shut up.
I'm like, what did you have on your lips? And why do I look like the damn black Joker?
And Jeff be like, oh, your lips are so beautiful. Why do you wear lipstick? And I'm like, no. Thank you for the compliment,
She
but
does have pretty lips. She don't even need that lipstick.
well,
I'm
you're
like, take
super
that
sweet.
stuff off.
You're sweet, but I
Get
really
some lip gloss.
enjoy
Get some Coca-Cola lip gloss.
some smackers. I love lipstick, and he knows that. So I
Get
just
some lip
wear it all the
gloss.
time. Now, throughout the house at night, I do
Some
take
Wet
my
n
lipstick
Wild.
off, and then he's all over me. I'm like, oh, it's the lipstick, not the Wet n Wild from the beauty supply. Honey, I used to love that clear. I would
Yeah.
take it to the extreme. But if you have any questions, post them down below. Thank y'all so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. And we will see you on the next Q&A. We're going to go get something to eat. We're running out of gas.
Yeah, we're hungry. Bye.
Running out of gas.
Oh,
Peace, love, and
all
all
that good
that good
stuff.
stuff. God bless. Bye.